Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'll be installing a crankshaft on this Polaris 400 two-stroke. Stay tuned. I'm gonna let this get up to about, I don't know, 200 degrees, and we'll come back right when the engine comes, or not then. Yeah, when we put the engine on. So now the grill's up to temperature. I'm going to put this in the grill and let this heat for a while. There. Close that off and I don't know, keep it there for a couple minutes. Don't know, I'll probably say 5 minutes. So it'll be pretty hot pretty quick. And so we get the crankshaft out of the freezer after it's warmed up enough and slide it in. You'll need heat resistant gloves for this unless you can bear the 200-degree heat of metal on your hands. So make sure you have something to put on your hands to make sure you don't burn them. So I couldn't get it on camera because everything was so hot and it took a little work to do. I just got this engine casing really hot. Got that really cold, and because it was so cold, it just slid right into the bearing the way it needed to. And having it elevated like this made it a lot easier to set it in there. So and you can see it moves around in the bearing okay. Oh, not okay. It moves around in the bearing really well. So that's what it needs, and we'll come back when it's the same process for the other side. So same process for the PTO side. So we'll come back to you when we get the PTO side on, which will be a while because you'll have to get this side of the engine casing really cold. You have to get both sides cold again, and that has to get hot. So like I said, this gets put in the freezer and that gets put back on the heat source that you're using. Now before you put the other engine casing on, you'll want to take some, well, I have some Permatex anaerobic gasket maker to put on this, and you want to have a fine bead going around the entire thing. And once you have that fine bead, you will need to take a flathead screwdriver and flatten it out on the surface area of the crankcase halves. We didn't get that one on camera either, but it took a lot. Well, it didn't take a lot of work. It was just putting half the crankcase into the freezer and this one in the heat source, and it just popped right on. Then we just put all the screws in to get them to mate to each other. We ran the bolts down to snug it up so we can have a good grip, so we could then torque them to spec. And on this 400 two-stroke model, there are 2 screws back here, which you cannot forget to put in as well, because it helps hold the counterbalance shaft side on as well. Once all those bolts are snugged down, you want to get your torque wrench, and the 5 main bolts in here need to be torqued to 20 foot-pounds, and the order will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on this model there are these over here, which is be 6 and 7. So I'm going to get those torqued down, and that will be the end of this video. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned to the next upcoming videos. Hopefully have this done by the end of this week. Hopefully running the way it should.